What up, everybody? Welcome back to Spooky Stories Sundays. This is Ghost Boy XO. Make sure you guys like, subscribe, comment down below. Thank you guys for tuning in to the second Spooky Stories Sunday. Welcome back to Spooky Stories Sundays, where the strange and the chilling and the unexplainable come to life. Tonight's stories are about voices from beyond, warnings from the dead, and things that stare back when no one should be there. So turn off the lights and turn up the volume, and let's begin. The following stories are stories that I found on Reddit. They're not my own stories. I will give you guys the shout out maybe at the end of the video, and I'll link the stories down in the description as well. This particular story, the user deleted their account, so it didn't have a name. To whomever this story belongs to, I'll be doing well, and thank you for letting me read this wherever you are. The first story, the voice that saved my life. I was a rookie cop when my brother took his own life. We were close, and losing him broke me. A week later, I was back on duty when my partner and I spotted a pimp beating one of his girls. The guy took off running, and I chased him. I chased him through a narrow passage under a building. As I turned the corner into the courtyard, I suddenly heard a voice. My brother's voice. A whisper. It's okay.
Okay.
I froze for a split second. Then I saw the suspect, standing there, gun pointed right at my head. He pulled the trigger twice. Click, click. I tackled him, disarmed him, and cuffed him. Later, the lab tested his revolver. Both bullets had clear strike marks, meaning the gun fired, but somehow it didn't. To this day, I can't explain it. Maybe my brother wasn't done watching over me. Thank you for that story. Story number 2. The Boar-Headed Man. Shout out beezowdoodoo from Reddit. When I was 4, I hated tying my shoes. One morning, I was crying on the stairs when I looked up and saw something impossible. A man with a black suit, with the head of a blue boar, tusks and all, bracing himself in the corner of the ceiling above me. He didn't move, didn't speak, just stared down at me. My mom asked me what was wrong, but I could barely talk. I just said, "He told me to be good." I never saw him again, but every time I walk up the stairs, I still look to the same corner, just in case. Be good. That's what he told me. These stories are chilling stories from individuals who posted on the internet about unexplainable incidents that occurred to them. These people were regular people, just like you and I. Nothing special about them, nothing extraordinary. But the situations were extraordinary, unordinary. It can happen to you, it can happen to me, it can happen to anyone. This next story is from rowhesr on Reddit. Story 3. The Knock at the Door. When I was 12, my mom left town for a few days. One night, I heard her voice calling me from down the stairs, knocking on the door, saying my name. My dog, who loved my mom, ran to the door wagging her tail, but stopped cold halfway down. Then she bolted back up the stairs, trembling. I didn't open the door. A few seconds later, the phone rang. It was my mom, saying she was still out of town and would be home tomorrow. I never heard that knock again. But I'll never forget what my dog knew before I did. There is no scientific proof that dogs can sense spirits, but many people believe that it's possible. They have expanded senses more than we do. Sometimes these unordinary, extraordinary situations also happen to animals. Some voices protect us, others pretend to. Which one do you think you'd listen to? If you ever have something you can't explain, drop it in the comment section. Your story might be featured on the next Spooky Story Sunday. Until then, keep your lights low and your eyes open. This is your boy, Ghost Boy XO. Thank you for tuning in again. I'll see you on the next Spooky Story Sunday. Stay spooky. Peace out.